Hello, Captain, and welcome now to Shout Out Wednesday. Post a comment or ask a question on soulgarden.tv in the Capricorn viewing room. I'll do my best to answer or shout back to you 1 week later. Well, it looks like it's overcast and rather pensive today for the Capricorns, or perhaps very chatty, or both. Really, being pensive is being chatty on the inside, so it can really play out either way. The moon, which focuses our emotions, is still focusing yours side by side with your intellect for another 24 hours. So you're examining and crystallizing your feelings on certain things, maybe communicating how you feel about certain things, and you may have to pass up an emotional booby trap in the next 24 hours. That's because the moon will cross in front of Uranus during the course of the day. And it's not just Uranus, it is that opposition between Saturn retrograde in Virgo and Uranus in Pisces. Watch the zodiac weather to really see the map and understand how it's affecting you. Nonetheless, though, when the moon crosses in front of Uranus, it is an opportunity to innovate the way we emotionally react to certain things. So often what happens is it creates or generates some sort of panic in your life. Maybe you get a crazy email, maybe someone says something to you that makes you worry. The point is to not let yourself fall into emotional worry or let emotions trigger mind games, or perhaps maybe you're just relinquishing yourself from a certain attitude. You feel a certain way and then all of a sudden your bad attitude comes out. You are learning how to deal with that. And with Saturn retrograde in Virgo, you're also balancing probably your overall beliefs in the first place. For instance, if you believed in life in a certain way, maybe you wouldn't always fall into this emotional worry. Maybe if you're an optimist, you wouldn't worry as much. That sort of ping pong. Then finally, for our shout out goes to Marie, who's a Capricorn and a soul gardener here at soulgarden.tv. And she asks a question about Jupiter in the second, trying to claim her fortune, saying she's having a hard time facing fears to raise soul capital. And she asked me, how do you deal with those type of fears? Well, that's an excellent question. And this is exactly how Jupiter works, frankly. Jupiter first works by removing the obstacles in the way of your fortune. And fear certainly is an obstacle. Here's the crazy thing about fear, Marie. It doesn't really exist. It does not exist. Fear is something we come up with. Often we come up with it because it's serving another purpose. It's keeping us from getting engaged. It's keeping us from being successful. It's keeping us from doing things we want. And you really just have to get to the bottom of your fear and ask yourself, why is this fear serving me? Is this fear serving me? And I have found as soon as you face your fears, the level of emotion around fear goes down about 90%. 90% of it was completely made up in your own mind and pre-production. So good luck. Just face them and conquer them. All right, that's all I have for Shout Out Wednesday. See you tomorrow with more. Live, love, be.
Soul Garden.